Well, hello there. And this is Auntie. And I am here to do my review on Life After Lockup, Season 3, Episode 12, 3 is a Crowd. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for joining the family, and to all of my nieces and nephews who have been here with me for the long haul. Thank you all so much for your continued support. If I had to rate this episode of Life After Lockup, I would rate it let's say a B. Let me know down in the comments section what you would rate it. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm not going to drag this out. The first couple that I want to talk about is Brittany and Marcelino. As we all know from last episode, we saw Brittany's mother basically back on drugs, allegedly. The mother is geeking, fingers is twisted, head nodded. She is all over the place, doesn't realize that she already has a cigarette lighter in her hand and a cigarette, and she's steady looking for another one. Brittany is disappointed because Brittany, of course, wanted to have this relationship with her mother and had allowed the mother to babysit the children for her. When she came back to the house, of course, the mother was, ghost, and the daughter was there keeping the kids. And this is when she realized that her mother was back on pills. The mother had stolen I believe the daughter said $150 out of her account and left her only with $50 left. And so Brittany and everybody, Brittany and Nicole, her sister, went over to the house to confront the mother. But you know what? When you're confronting a person who is a drug addict, like, it's a complete and total waste of time. But anyway, so Brittany, mother, first denies that she's on drugs, and Brittany says that they're going to let her hit rock bottom. They're going to leave her. The sister's going to go back to, I believe it is, Washington, and she's going to continue to live her life. And the mother doesn't care at this point. But eventually, the mother does confess that she did indeed steal the money out of the daughter's account because she said she needed the pills. And so Brittany now is having to deal with that man in the mirror and kind of look at herself and realize that she too was at this place at one time. And so, while she has compassion for her mother, she told her mother that, she can't be a part of her grandkids' lives, and that the daughter is going to leave her and she's going to be by herself. But here's the thing: when I'm looking at Brittany, and we first got introduced to Brittany's mother last season, I didn't even see the mother even caring to have a relationship with those children. Maybe I'm wrong about it, but she didn't seem really enthusiastic about being a responsible grandparent or anything like that. So I just was wondering why Brittany has been trying to use the kids to get the mother to get clean. Because if her mother wasn't willing to come clean and be clean with her, then why would the mother be willing to get clean and come clean with her grandkids? Like, she never really, in my opinion, cared about that relationship. And I think that Brittany kind of forced her into this. I don't believe the mother was clean from the day that they, hooked back up with the mother from the first time we saw her on the television screen. I don't even believe that was the fact. But anyway, so Brittany, of course, leaves with her sister Nicole. She has her to pack some bags, and then they come back over to Brittany's house and they have a conversation in the kitchen. And, Brittany, of course, is telling the sister that she needs to leave the mother. And the sister's like, no, I don't want bad credit. I don't want to break the lease. I want to see the lease all the way out, and then I have furniture and stuff like that. And so Brittany told her, well, I got 4 felonies on my record as a result of mom. But, the sister is making the right decisions to not break the lease. Go ahead on and try to, do what you got to do. If you got to put the authorities on notice that you got a drug addict at your home and you need her to be evicted, then do that. But I think that the sister made a very good decision not breaking her lease, or, thinking irrationally. Then she can sell her furniture. She just gives herself more time. I think that the sister, although she's younger than Brittany, absolutely has her head on her shoulders as it relates to this, because just because Brittany got 4 felonies and fucked her life up, doesn't mean that Nicole has to fuck her life up as a result of the mother's drug addiction. We see them in their backyard. Their backyard is finished. As we remember, Brittany had been talking about moving out of the home, but Marcelino decided that he was going to make an investment in the home and create a backyard. And so we see the kids running around with the water hose on and a slippery slide and all that, and they are just excited. And they like, mommy, this is cool. This is the best thing ever. And I thought that that was really sweet to see the kids like that. And her, Marcelino, of course, she goes back to the conversation about her mother and is talking about her mom not being able to have that relationship. And we see Brittany crying and everything and really wanting that relationship with her mother. And it's unfortunate. There are a lot of people who deal with drug addicted family members, and while we have a desire to see them, live their best life, not be addicted to drugs, they have to be, like Marcelino said, they have to be ready to get off of the drugs for themselves. This can't be something that, your dreams or your wishes and your hopes cleans up. The mother, according to Brittany, has been doing this for over 50 years. And so I just don't really see the mother ever being clean. That's not to say that she can't be. That's just to say that auntie, damn it, don't see her being clean. So anyway, that's the that's the end of their story. The next couple that I want to talk about is Shane and Laci. Of course, Shane and Laci are pregnant. They did, Ivy, I believe it is. And she had inserted 2 embryos. And so now she's at her doctor's appointment. And she went in by herself because, because of the pandemic, he wasn't able to go in with her. But when the doctor began to do the sonogram and everything, she was like, okay, is your husband here? And she was like, yeah, he's in the parking lot. She was like, bring that bitch in because, I'm seeing some things on the screen. I thought that the doctor didn't handle that the best way. Maybe some things was cut out of it, but it made Laci and it made me, I'm sure it made you think, something was wrong with the babies. But anyway, they go out and they get Shane and they come in and they sit with the doctor, and the doctor told her that she had advised her to only use 1 embryo, but she decided to do 2. Well, in the process of that, the children, one of the eggs split. And so now Laci is pregnant with triplets. And of course, Shane does not have a job. Shane indicated that he was furloughed from his job. But bitch, when they went over there and talked to Daddy, okay, who has no reason to lie, Daddy said that bitch need to get a job. He said he needed to get a job. So I don't know if Shane had one and was lying and saying he was furloughed or what. But now they're going to be bringing 3 more people into their home, 3 more children. Shane has never had a baby before in his life. Never experienced fatherhood, unclehood, or anything like that because he spent the majority of his life in prison. And so now here he is not with not only 1 baby, but 3 babies. And so they're going to have to go, and the pregnancy is going to have to progress in order to see whether or not, it's a viable pregnancy. But at this point, they're having 3. So they go to Papa Son's house, who was keeping the kids for them, only to tell him that they're having 3 kids. And he tells Laci that she a baby maker, okay? I guess Daddy is like, if she can't do anything else right, she certainly know how to have these babies. And so, the dad is like, one thing about Laci, she going to get that money. She going to get that paper. I've never seen Laci not have. And of course, we know Laci has her own homes and her vehicle and all of that kind of stuff. And, it seems like she's one of them cam girls. So Laci said that she got to drop it low and spread it wide, bitch. She's going to make sure that those 3 babies are taken care of. Shane indicates that he's going to be having like multiple jobs or whatever, right? But we going to see how that happens. Daddy said he don't know whether or not he going to be a stay-at-home dad or what the hell he going to do. But, he's like, okay, at this point, I ain't got nothing to do with it. That's their kids. But, of course, we all know that as long as Laci is around or her dad is around, that he's going to chip in and try to help. We see Shane, trying to balance 3 teddy bears, saying that, he's trying to get prepared for having 3 babies in his arms. And I thought that was really cute because the little girl came in and was like, look, they're my damn teddy bears, okay? But you know what, we wish the best for Shane and for Laci. I did a video maybe about a couple of months ago indicating that Laci was pregnant. So if you haven't had a chance to see that, I'm gonna try to clip that in here so that you all can see that Laci is probably at this point due. All right, okay. The next person that I want to talk about is Angela and Tony. So, of course, we all figured out last weekend that Angela has been cheating on Tony the whole entire time with this inmate by the name of Ross. Now, the last time Angela talked to Ross, Ross was a free man, and he was wanting her to come to Indiana, and she was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. As we remember, Tommy had came over to the house to drop off a clock, and she had indicated to Tommy at that time that she was going to have a Skype date with Ross. My, have the tables turned, it seemed like in a couple of days, because now we see Tony going over to Tommy's shop, and he wants to have a conversation with Tommy because he had already went to Angela's house, and Angela told him to get the fuck out, okay? And so now Tommy, so now he's over there knowing that Tommy is in love with Angela. Tony is sitting at his shop asking him for advice on how to get back with Angela. So Tommy was like, I mean, look, you're a fuck up. You're the type of person that use people. You do, you walk in and out of her life. You done had prostitutes and all kinds of stuff, and I'm just sick of your ass, and I don't think that you're the right person. Leave her the fuck alone. So Tony was like, this is my wife. And Tommy was like, bitch, I already know the secret. You are not married to Angela. She didn't file the marriage certificate. And so you're not officially married to him. So Tony, of course, now he got mud on his damn face. And he has to face the fact that, he done got cold busted. So he was like, but I still love her and I still want her. And Tony was like, but you're not the best thing for her. So, of course, they get into a little scuffle, if you will. And Tommy did not back down. He told Tony, sit your ass down, okay, before I make change out you, right? So Tony sat down because he realized that even though Tommy looked like a nerd bitch and he got glasses on, ain't nothing bitch about him, okay? He said, I ain't bitch made out. And so, of course, Tommy told him that, he spilled the beans and told him that Angela was going on a date with Ross and that she had been talking to Ross the whole entire time that she was with Tony. And so I just was like, Tommy, why the hell would you say something like that? Why would you put the woman business out there? She's talking to Tommy as her friend, okay? He don't have no damn loyalty to her ass. Okay, wait a minute, hold on. Let me put my glasses on. Thank you so much, Chit Chat, for the $4.99 super chat. Great way to start my day. Please do the Angela voice again. Okay. And so, they thank you so much for the super chat, boo. I appreciate that. So, so he tells him about Ross. So Tony was like, isn't that hypocritical? She was, getting on me about cheating and all of that kind of stuff. And now Angela's a cheater. So, he was like, well, hey. Okay, call a thing a thing. So Tony, of course, we see him backing the hell up out of there at 75 miles per hour, and he is burrowed down the road. He's going to Angela's house now. Now, of course, we all know that all of this was filmed during the pandemic, right? So the bitch didn't need to be going anywhere, okay? Because ain't no telling who in the hell he done came in contact with. Thank you so much, Leanne. The Loot Dublin. Thank you so much for the five euros. Yes, I caught you live just in time for my lunch break. Love you, auntie. Love you too, baby. Thank you so much for the euros. I appreciate that. Love you. Happy Saturday. And so, they go, back and forth, and Tony is burling down the road and he is pissed, because now he done found out that he got some stuff on Angela. Tony said Angela loves the sex from him. He said she loved that chitty chitty bang bang. And, all he got to do is touch her. Now, he didn't already say all he got to do is touch her, squeeze her, hug her, rub her. I mean, whatever. He could just breathe on her ass and she wants him back. And so Tony, of course, we know during the pandemic, of course, he's lonely and everything, sitting in the hotel hotel, the prostitutes can't come over to the hotel the way that they could before, right? So he's just like, I need to get back with Angela so I can drink my coffee in the morning, smoke my cigarettes, and do what I do with the whoop whoop and the boop boop boop. So he gets to Angela's house and he's banging on the door, bang, 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 you know. So Angela like, damn, Tony. Oh, it's Tony. Open up the door. So Angela's like, damn, you get on my goddamn nerve. What is it now, Tony? So Tony said, bitch, you been out here cheating. I done found out your ass is cheating on me. So Angela was like, I ain't cheating on you. What the hell you talking about, Tony? So Tony, you know, goes to tell her that he went and saw Tommy, that Tommy ratted her out. And and he wants to get back with her. He wanted to figure out what's going on. So Angela was like, Tony, you know we ain't married. So Tony was like, but we took vows in front of all of those people, right? We took vows. And so Angela's like, I'm lonely. I don't want you no more. I've been messing with Ross. And so, you know, Tony was like, so you've been trifling all the time. Tony said, you've been trifling. So Angela was like, I ain't trifling. He said, you know, you a cheater. How dare you call me a cheater, Tony? How dare you call me a cheater? So he was like, you know, I want to know what's going on. You know, how'd you meet Ross? What the fuck is going on? How in the world you going on? She was like, ain't like I'm fucking him over the Wi-Fi. And I'm sitting up here thinking, but I know that damn breath is going over that Wi-Fi, okay? But anyway, so Angela, you know, begins to tell him that her and Ross, you know, when she was going through things with him, that Ross was the person, you know, that she was crying to, you know, about Tony. And that, you know, they're just friends. And so Tony was like, the fuck? We were just friends. That's how it starts off. And so Angela was like, you know what? At this point, I don't have to tell you nothing. Fuck you, Tony. Get on about my house. So we see Tony leave, and Tony said he ain't giving up. He gonna keep bringing his ass back around. He's not giving up. And Angela just gonna have to deal with it. He said, bitch, I'm out here in this pandemic and I'm by myself, staying in hotels. And I'm not doing it no more. Thank you so much, Chit Chat, for the $3.99 super chat. I can't breathe. Come on, Angela. Okay, come on, Angela. So thank you for the super chat. So they going back and forth and everything. And so Angela puts him out the house. And of course, you know, we see him back in the hotel room. He's calling Angela phone back to back. Angela steady putting him on ignore. What I don't understand is how the fuck is Angela sitting up in the bed smoking them cigarettes? Angela is off the chain with the cigarettes. This bitch just be like chain smoking. Like, I mean, you can't even call it chain smoking. I don't even know what you can call that, but I don't understand her sitting up in the bed with a good book. And okay, but anyway, I digress. I mean, if she burned her house down, bitch, that's on her. So, so Angela is, you know, doing what she do. And she gets a telephone call. Now she's to move the telephone call out into the living room. And it's a phone call from a correction center with Ross on the other end. So Angela was like, God damn it, Ross. Ross, you in jail. So Ross was like, yeah, I'm in jail again. She was like, God damn it, Ross. I told you to be careful. I told you. Ross said, look, it wasn't my fault. He said, it wasn't my fault. I was driving down the street. I was whistling, doo, 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 doo. Okay? So Ross was like, I was driving down the street, minding my damn business. They pulled my ass over and said I looked like somebody who had committed an armed robbery. He said they had me on the ground for an hour and a half. He said, and then after that, they beat my ass and took me to jail for resisting arrest and for doing, you know, this, that, and the other, knick-knack, paddywhack, give it a bone. So Angela, of course, you know, she done been through, okay, she's been around the world and okay. So she already knew this story before. She's heard it a million times. She is a professional dater of men in jail. And she was like, look, I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. I'm tired of dating y'all jail guys. And he was like, look, Angela, I just need you to give me a chance. Stick it out with me, goddammit. I'm going to get it together. I'm going to beat these charges like all the other charges. He is a career criminal. He don't know how to stay the hell up out of jail. And Angela tells him to take care of himself. They made it look like Angela had broke up with the bitch, but of course we know Angela didn't, because this is Angela's MO. This is what she do. She don't care. You know what I'm saying? She love them jail guys. Like Tommy said last week, bitch, I need to go to jail. That's the only way that I'm going to be able to date you is if I go to hell or jail, right? And you know that's bad for that's bad for him to say. But anyway, I digress. So the last couple that I want to talk about is Andrea and Lamar. So Andrea, of course, we know is in Watts, all right, and she, of course, wants their youngest daughter Priscilla to be baptized. And so Lamar does not believe in the Mormon religion. You know, I don't know what the hell Lamar believes in, but he doesn't believe in the Mormon religion. But they had made it so that Tennyson would be the one who would baptize this young lady, baptize his sister in a pool. So we see them with the little blow up pool and everything. And Lamar is sitting outside with Tennyson, and they're working on this. I think that Lamar, despite what they want us to believe about Lamar, I think that Lamar is a really good guy, because when we look at Lamar with Tennyson and the relationship that they have developed, even the relationship that Lamar has developed with her oldest daughter, you can tell that Lamar is somebody that they admire, that they respect. And, you know, he's just an all-around good guy. When I had the opportunity at the beginning of Love After Lockup to talk to Andrea and to talk to Lamar, I knew then that they had a really good relationship, and that, you know, a lot of this that we see is just pretending and acting. As we all know, Andrea is a professional actor. And so, but you can really see past all the bullshit, okay? You can see that they have a really, really good relationship with Lamar. But anyway, right now we're going to go along with the storyline that he does not want her to be baptized under the Mormon religion. He believes that she should not be putting the pressure on the kids. But we see that she has gone all out. She's got backdrops and all of that. And during the pandemic, a lot of people who have been doing celebrations, especially very early on, had to do them outside where, excuse me, you did the little drive-ups and stuff like that. My niece brought her baby home from the hospital, and the baby welcoming party was outside. So a lot of people was doing it outside. So Lamar had the pool. He was blowing up the pool. You see, he was going to the bathroom. He leaves and goes to the bathroom, and of course the pump is still... So Lamar goes to the bathroom, and Tennessee leaves too, and neither one of their asses turn the pump over the pool. So of course the pool explodes. The pool knocked the damn camera down and everything. The damn pool exploded. So, of course, now Lamar got to tell Andre that the damn pool then exploded on their asses. So, anyway, Lamar, you know, the old priest coming from Utah ended up bringing a kit so that they could put the pool back together. But in the meantime and in between time, Andrea's in the house. She has Priscilla looking so cute with her little white dress on. And they're just excited about anything. But girl, Dulo showed up, right? And as we know, Dulo had already, you know, tried to get Tennyson to smoke some weed. So Andrea, you know, was mad. And so she was on the phone with her little Utah Mormon friends and was telling her Utah Mormon friends that, you know, the uncle who wasn't invited is dead, you know, the one that tried to get Tennyson to take the marijuana. So, of course, you know, they go, you know, Lamar's like, you know, Dulo here. Lamar was like, he can't understand why Dulo would come. Dulo, your brother. He your brother. That's your daughter. Why wouldn't he show the hell up? Okay? So anyway, you know, Andrea tells Dulo, you know, we need to, can we have a come to Jesus meeting? He said, I can have a come to whatever meeting you want to have. So they, you know, talk about it. And Dulo tells her that he was, you know, just playing with Tennyson. That if Tennyson had taken the weed, that he was going to tell Tennyson, boy, I'm going to go and tell your mother, you know, whatever. He said, you don't have to worry about that with Tennyson. He's a, you know, a stand-up type of guy. you know, she raised him really good. So of course, you know, they go on and they have the baptism, and Tennyson does it, and they have a, you know, do a really, really good job. And everything is nice. And of course, you know, Andrea is celebratory. You know, everybody's real, you know, celebrating and all that kind of stuff. And they just think it's the best thing since sliced bread. But before that happened, there was a very touching conversation between Tennyson and Lamar. Lamar was sitting in the room, of course, with all his blue on, because we know he's a Crip. And so, but even when Dulo showed up, Dulo had that daggone Crip thing around his. I was like, they are serious Crips. Like, you know, I knew when I first met them years ago that he was a Crip, but I mean, they serious Crips. Like, they blew down, Patch. Okay, and I'm hoping that I'm saying that right. All right, I think it's the Crips. I think that that's what he said he was. But anyway. So he had, Tennyson came in and he was dressed, you know, in his little baptism outfit as best as he could. And, you know, Lamar was telling him that he was thinking about not going out there. And he was like, you know, it's going to muddy the waters for Priscilla. He said, when I got baptized under the Mormon religion, I didn't have my father. And so, you know, I went through life not even having an expectation that my dad would show up. He said, but Priscilla has you. So if you don't come out and you don't celebrate, it's going to muddy the waters. It's going to confuse her. It's going to hurt her. And I thought that that was, you know, a really good scene. I thought it was really touching. It really just showed the maturity of Tennyson as it relates to, number one, his relationship with Lamar, but also his relationship with God. And it just was like, you know, this little boy is full of wisdom. No matter how ignorant Andrea comes off on television, you know, via acting or, you know, acting or whatever. So it just was absolutely a beautiful situation. But that is the end of my review. I think I've gotten all the couples down. Y'all let me know down in the comments section what you thought about this episode. I thought it was really a good episode. I probably should have gave it a bitch an A, right? But I gave it a B because I just don't feel generous today. But anyway, thank you all so much for being here. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. And share the video. Love you all to pieces, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.